I'm Smriti Sudesh, and welcome to another episode of the About the Fold show. We begin with the delimitation issue now emerging as a major flashpoint between the center and southern states. Also ahead, key political developments in Bihar, a tragic industrial accident in Chhattisgarh, preparations for the upcoming Amarnath Yatra. Stay with us for the full report. The delimitation debate is intensifying. The budget session of Parliament is reconvening tomorrow, April 16, to consider the Constitution 131st Amendment Bill and the Delimitation Bill, which the government says are aimed at expediting the implementation of 33% reservation for women in the Lok Sabha and the state assemblies. The draft delimitation bill mandates that it shall be the duty of the Commission to readjust on the basis of the latest census figures the allocation of the seats in the House of the People to the states. Tamil Nadu Chief Minister M.K. Stalin has termed the centre's move a black law and called on people to hoist black flags in homes and public places on April 16th in protest. The Karnataka Chief Minister Siddaramaiah has written a column in the Hindu today. He has warned that delimitation must not become a tool for political domination. He says this proposal cannot be viewed in isolation. Over the past few years, several decisions have strained the federal balance, particularly affecting the southern states. The issue has never been about whether the number of Lok Sabha seats should increase. It's about how they increase and, more importantly, who benefits. Delimitation is not a routine administrative exercise. It is a redistribution of political power, and in Parliament, numbers are not symbolic. They are decisive. Telangana Chief Minister A. Revanth Reddy has written to Prime Minister Narendra Modi calling for a national political consensus on the proposed increase in Lok Sabha seats. He proposed a hybrid model for seat expansion. Under this approach, if Lok Sabha seats are increased from 543 to 850, half of the additional seats should be allocated based on population, while the remaining half should be distributed based on gross state domestic product indicators. AICC President and Leader of Opposition in the Rajya Sabha Mallikarjun Kharge has said that the India bloc leaders have concluded deliberations on the delimitation bill and have unitedly decided to oppose it. He added that the opposition is not against the Women's Reservation Bill, which was backed by the Congress earlier and passed unanimously in the Parliament. However, the proposal linked to the latest census has triggered strong concerns that states which have stabilized their population could see their relative voice reduced. To break this down further, we have our Deputy National Editor Srinivasan Ramani. Srini, how do you think the delimitation based on the 2011 census will redraw India's political map?
So the 131st bill, that is proposed bill, actually says that the total strength of Parliament will increase from 543 to 850. Now this 850 would be 35 seats for union territories and 815 seats for states, right? So if you look at the current Parliament, the number of seats in UP are 80 out of 543. That amounts to close to 14.73%, right? Now, if you increase this proportion based on the 2011 census, the number of seats will go up from 80 to 138. That is a 58 seat increase. Right? On the other hand, if you increase the proportion, if you increase the seats for UP based on the current proportion and not based on the census, then the number of seats will go up to 125. So essentially, UP is gaining 13 seats compared to the proportional change, right? If you go by the population. The same thing, if you do it for Bihar, you will notice that the number of seats that will increase in Bihar is 10. For Rajasthan, it is 8. For Madhya Pradesh, it is 5. For Delhi, it is 5. So these are the states that gain, and if you notice, all these states are in and Delhi, which is unitary, they are all in the Hindi heartland. But states like Tamil Nadu will lose 11 seats. States like Kerala will lose 8 seats. Andhra Pradesh will lose 5 seats. Odisha will lose 3 seats in comparison to the increase based on their existing proportion. So what is happening is that by using the 2011 census as a criteria for delimitation, these states would not benefit from this increase, and of course their absolute numbers will increase, but their proportions will fall compared to what is there in the current Parliament, which has 543 seats. To illustrate, the share of Uttar Pradesh in 543 is 14.73%. It will now increase to, if you go by the 2011 census, after delimitation, it will increase to 16.24%. That is around 1.5 percentage point increase. But look at Tamil Nadu on the other hand. Tamil Nadu has 39 MPs in Lok Sabha now. That is 7.18%. if you use the 2011 census to increase the seats for Tamil Nadu, the composition will now be 5.89% in the 850 member Lok Sabha. So that is a fall of around 1.3 percentage point. So just a comparison between Uttar Pradesh and Tamil Nadu. What is happening is that if you keep the delimitation based on the 2011 census, then states that have done well in controlling their population, stabilizing their population, will lose their proportion of representation in the larger Lok Sabha.
Up next, Nitish Kumar's decades-long political era in Bihar has come to an end. The BJP's Samrat Choudhary has taken over as Chief Minister, marking the state's first BJP-led government. Two senior JDU leaders, Bijendra Prasad Yadav and Vijay Kumar Choudhary, were sworn in alongside him and are likely to be the deputy CMs. Several senior NDA leaders, including BJP Chief Nitin Nabin, Union Minister JP Nadda, and Nitish Kumar, with party workers, gathered in large numbers to witness the swearing-in ceremony. So, what does this leadership change mean for the BJP, the JDU, and the Bihar's political landscape? Nivedita Varadarajan spoke to the Hindu's Amarnath Tiwari, who covers politics, features, and human interest stories from Bihar and Jharkhand. Let's listen.
So, what does that mean for BJP as a party? BJP has been in power in Bihar for years. What does it mean for them to have their own chief minister and to be the senior party, big brother in the alliance?
Yes, BJP has been trying to be in that position to have their own chief minister in this Hindi heartland for a long, long time. But because of Nitish Kumar, their alliance with the Nitish Kumar's party, JDU, and Nitish Kumar's popularity among the voters, they could not manage the vote bank Nitish Kumar has had, the EBC voters, extremely backward classes voters. Nitish Kumar has got the huge support of them. After this 2025 assembly election, we all were knowing that yes, BJP will have its own chief minister because BJP has got 89 seats and JDU has got 85 seats. So big brother role was for the BJP, and we all knowing that BJP will sooner or later they will have their own chief minister. It happened today. I mean, but in a very smooth transition of power. We can say that it's very difficult for the new chief minister to match the political persona Nitish Kumar has had at that time. It will be a challenge for Samrat Choudhary to establish his role as a big brother among the alliance party.
So, what does this mean for Bihar?
Bihar needed a change, but not like a persona of Samrat Choudhary. Because Samrat Choudhary, earlier various political leaders like Prashant Kishore, who is founder of Jan Suraj party, he had alleged about his some age and educational qualifications mismatch. And we all know that he was earlier accused in a murder case. So Samrat Choudhary has a political persona of a very Dawan kind of politician of Bihar.
Next, we have an update on the power plant explosion in Chhattisgarh, where the toll has risen a day after the incident. Authorities have ordered multiple probes, even as questions are being raised over industrial safety.
The death toll in a blast at a Vedanta power plant in Chhattisgarh has risen to 16, even as 18 others are undergoing treatment. While 4 victims died on the spot, 2 succumbed to their injuries soon after the explosion at the plant in Sakti district. 2 more workers have died, taking the toll up to 16. The blast occurred at Vedanta's power plant yesterday afternoon when a tube that connects the boiler to the turbine exploded. Some of the injured are undergoing treatment in Raipur, while others are undergoing treatment in hospitals in Raigarh. Chief Minister Vishnu Diosai announced a 5 lakh rupee compensation for the families of the deceased workers and 50,000 rupees as compensation for those who were injured. The company announced a 35 lakh rupee compensation for each of the deceased workers' family along with employment support. It also announced 15 lakh rupees for those injured along with salary continuation during recovery and counseling support. Multiple probes have been ordered. The Chief Minister has ordered an inquiry into the incident by the Commissioner of the Bilaspur Division. The district administration has ordered a separate probe. The company has also initiated an internal investigation. The Congress has demanded an FIR against the plant management and a judicial inquiry. The party has also demanded a compensation of 1 crore rupees for the families of the deceased workers and 50 lakh rupees for the injured. The incident raises concern over industrial safety as investigation into the cause of the blast continue.
Let's now turn to the Hindu Roundup for some of our exclusive contents. The editorial titled Reservation Rules on Women's Quota and Delimitation argues that the union government is using women's reservation as a pretext to push through a politically advantageous delimitation exercise. While the Nari Shakti Vandan Adhiniyam mandates one-third reservation for women, it was tied to a future census-based delimitation. The government now seeks to fast-track this through the Constitution 131st Amendment Bill 2026 and a delimitation bill. The editorial contends that delaying the census enabled the government to control the timing and basis of seat redistribution. Proposed changes would increase Lok Sabha seats and remove safeguards that protected states with lower population growth. As a result, northern states would gain disproportionately, while southern and more developed states would lose representation. The editorial criticizes the fact that this legislation is being rushed through with barely any time for public debate, just days before voters in two crucial states go to the polls, making the timing even more suspect. It warns that the move undermines federal balance and democratic fairness. You can watch the full video on our YouTube channel, Hindu Originals. In an episode of the In Focus podcast, Suhasini Hay, the diplomatic affairs editor at The Hindu, is in conversation with social affairs editor G. Sampath on the failed Islamabad peace talks between the United States and Iran, the key sticking points behind the deadlock, its implications for the ceasefire, and how Washington's proposed blockade of Iranian ports could unfold. Here's a quick look.
It's interesting because we tend to look at each set of negotiations in the aftermath of what is happening at that moment. So we're looking at these negotiations between US and Iran in the aftermath of what happened between February 28th and 39 days of war. But the truth is that this has happened. US and Iran have been in talks for decades. The truth is they have come to several agreements at different times, and JCPOA, the Six Nation talks that we saw were essentially the outcome of a kind of decision that they had come to a place where Iran was going to be a cooperative part of the kind of framework the West wanted.
The registration for the annual Amarnath Yatra has begun today, drawing a large number of devotees to registration counters, especially in Jammu. Pilgrims turned up early in the morning, with many queuing up even before the counters opened at 8 a.m, eager to secure their spot. The 57-day pilgrimage will begin on July 3rd and conclude on August 28th, coinciding with Raksha Bandhan. Devotees will travel via two routes, the traditional 48-kilometer Pahalgam track in Anantnag district and the shorter but steeper 14-kilometer Baltal route in Ganderbal. Registration is being conducted both online and offline modes. Across the country, 556 bank branches are facilitating the process, with Punjab National Bank acting as a nodal bank. Devotees say improved facilities and a better security situation in Jammu and Kashmir are encouraging more people to take part. Bank officials say they are expecting the number of registrations to rise further in the coming days and are working to streamline the process to make it easier for devotees. And that's it for today. Thank you for watching. Please share your thoughts on today's episode in the comment section. If you found this video useful, don't forget to share it and save the About the Fold playlist so you never miss an update.